So what is up guys, Raging Raptor here. Today I will be doing a video about my brand new, most interesting PC in the world, Freezing Fire. So without further ado, let's get into it. Money. So let me tell you the specs of the PC. For the processor, I chose the Intel Core i5-6600K quad core. For the CPU cooler, I chose the LEPA Aqua Changer 240 liquid CPU cooler. For the motherboard, I chose the MSI Z170A SLI ATX motherboard. For the RAM, I have the G.Skill Ripjaws 4 series 16GB to 8GB sticks DDR4 2400 memory. For the hard drive, I have the Seagate Barracuda 3TB 3.5-inch 7200 RPM hard drive, of course. For the graphics card, I chose the Gigabyte Radeon R9 390 8GB SoC. For the case, I chose the NZXT S340 Black Mid-Tower case. For the power supply, I chose the Thermaltake Smart 550W 80+ bronze certified ATX power supply. My operating system is Windows 10 Pro, and I also have case fans. I have two of the Corsair CO90500016 RLED 120mm fans. That is way too long for a name, but these specs are great and all. This is the story of my PC. It all started about a year ago when I really wanted to get into gaming. I didn't really know too much about PCs. All I knew is that I wanted one. I didn't know that you could even build a PC. So with the money that I had, I got $400 and I bought my HP 500-467C. And let me tell you this, I got ripped off. The PC couldn't play a single game for anything. I was playing Payday 2 at the time because that was the only game I had, and I got 20 FPS, everything on low. So the PC was trash. It had a laptop processor in it. It had a motherboard, to be serious, had to be smaller than Mini ITX. And the CPU cooler was probably smaller than my thumb. And I couldn't upgrade it because there were no PCIe slots, and the power supply was only 60 watts. Laughable compared to some of the other parts I have, like just my CPU, which probably has more than 60 watts. So that's just laughable compared to what I have now. The only good thing it had was 8GB of RAM and Windows 7. So I gamed on it for a while. I started my channel using that PC. I wasn't doing any crazy intensive tasks. Besides gaming, I did video editing, obviously, because of my videos, but really I didn't do anything crazy on it. And I always tried to get a new PC. Right when I got my new PC and learned it was trash, I started researching how to get a new one. I was looking at all these crazy expensive parts, i7s, 980 Ti's, and I was like, whoa, that is a lot of money. But after a month or so, I started learning, how to create a budget build. And I said, yeah, if I sell my PC and I get a bit more money, I could definitely build my own. So I learned of PC Part Picker, I created a list, and I tried to sell my PC for $400. And let me tell you how it went. Not a single bite. No one even contacted me for it. I had one person contacted for me, and they offered me $150. I said, screw you, and we ended the conversation there, thankfully. So after that, I knew I was gonna have to earn it the hard way. I thought of mowing lawns, but everyone within a 3-mile radius of where I live pretty much has a gardener, or no one is living there. So that was out of the idea. Selling lemonade, well, there are about 5 people who walk down my block, so I can make about $5 a day. So that's out of the idea. Getting a job, that was out of the question because currently I am 13 and you do need to be at least 14 to get a job. So then I started to consider my other options. So what were my other options? Waiting for birthday money? That was probably going to take me 15 million years. Knowing that most people just give me, well, just socks. No, I'm just kidding. No one gives me socks for my birthday. That'd be really sad. My other options were extremely limited. As in, I didn't have any other options. So, later that year, my dad gave me a MacBook Pro. And I absolutely loved it. It had iMovie on it, completely free editing, and iMovie was great, simple, and I used it. But there was still one problem. I couldn't game on it. It's a Mac. It wasn't crazy powerful. It did have an i5, and it did have integrated graphics, so I could probably play CSGO on it if the fans didn't turn into jets when trying to play anything that's even remotely close to graphically intensive. And I tried to play GTA San Andreas. I was playing inside a jet engine. It was just so loud. It wasn't even funny. I could put my headphones on, turn them on full blast, and it's just way too loud. So that was definitely out of the question to gaming. I then tried to convince my parents to let me sell my MacBook Pro. My dad was like, "Oh my god, I paid for it so much." And then I remembered that he told me he received it for free. So after 4 months of convincing, they finally broke down and said, "Fine, we'll sell it." I put it up on Craigslist. 13 scammers later and one normal person, I finally got a PC. Well, I finally sold my MacBook, then I got the parts for my PC. The original list was fairly close to the one I currently have today. The only difference was the fans and the graphics card. I ordered all the parts and got really excited. A week later, I still haven't received my graphics card because originally I ordered an RX 480 from NCIX. I contacted them saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" And of course they said, "We still haven't received a shipment. It might be close to half a month till we get one." So I said, "Screw you," cut my order. They did very quickly, so at least that they did rather quickly. And I decided to just get an R9 390. It's still a very powerful and capable video card, and I'm grateful that I chose it. The only part I didn't see is that the graphics card had a blue LED on it and was pretty much ruining my black and red builds. So then I renamed my system. Well, before I didn't really have a name, but it's now Freezing Fire, and I love my PC. It has a crazy background. The building process was even crazier. I'll talk about that. I spent about 4 hours putting everything together, and I had trouble with an old hard drive that I actually took out of my HP. But it turns out my motherboard wasn't compatible with Windows 7, and even when we tried to reformat it, that did not work. So I did have to buy the new hard drive, that 3TB hard drive that I currently have right now. And I am, of course, running Windows 10 Pro. But that is a lesson learned for me. Never use an old hard drive. So, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Benchmark videos will be coming out soon. I'm sorry that this was not no step-by-step guide on how to build a PC. I just thought it'd be cool if I shared the story with you guys. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Raging Raptor signing off. You're finishing this video. Peace!